So please give a big warm welcome to local comedy phenom Adam Pasi, everybody. Adam!
One more time for Doug Benson, everyone. The act of leaving a party or gathering without first notifying your friends is referred to as ghosting or an Irish goodbye. And that nomenclature has always made me wonder, will bad manners turn you pale? Because if that's true, I see a lot of poor etiquette in this room right now. If you're offended by that, don't be. My mother is impolite. So lighten up, my people. My mom's white, my dad's Samoan. That second part's quite obvious. There's not a lot of ways I can go with this look. I'm either Samoan or I'm the little rascals stacked up trying to sneak into a buffet. Not even the whole cast either, just Spankies. I'm just a bunch of Spanky clones shambling around a salad bar because we're trying to do better with ourselves eventually. I'm one Samoan or I'm an all carbohydrates Filipino. I'm either one Samoan or I'm 7 Mexicans Voltron together and stuffed inside this 5X shirt. Like if someone hits me, I'll break up into half a soccer team. Or a landscaping crew, depending on how racist you want this joke to be. Not really a racist joke. 2 choices I gave you, you voted with your laughs. Turns out y'all are just as rude as I said you were, aren't you? I like that people can tell that I'm Samoan. I didn't always have that. I went to high school in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And correct? Correct. You will find out as the story progresses, in fact. They didn't know what the hell I was back then. I'd meet someone and say, "Hi, I'm Adam." And they go, "What race are you?" Because the South has a rich and beautiful history that we're all aware of. I'd say I'm Samoan. They'd ask, "What is that?" I'd say it's an island in the South Pacific. It's very similar to Hawaii. And they'd then say, "So you're Hawaiian?" It's not what I told them. I'll try to make it clear. I'll go, "No, they're not the same island, but they're similar. You know the way that Puerto Rico and Cuba are very similar? Oh, so you're Cuban." I'm now even further from what I initially told them. One guy had me so frustrated, I just tried to speak as monosyllabically to him as possible. I went, "Big, brown, hot sun, food, drink, dance, sing." And he goes, "Well, it sounds a lot like Guam." And I said, "Yeah, we have a lot in common with Guam, with the climate, the culture, this type. Why the fuck do you know what Guam is?" A few minutes of that goes by and I quit. I'm just holding my hand out in surrender, begging, "Can we please just shake on me being Cherokee so we can walk away from each other for the entire rest of our lives?" I'm not the only person in my family that's been racially misidentified. I live in Gresham, by the way, and some support, mostly mockery. That's okay, though. I don't mind when my Portland friends make fun of me for living in Gresham, because the way the rent's going, y'all are on your way out to Gresham too anyway, so I'll see you soon, neighbors. My sister used to stay out there with me. One night she went to the store. On her way back, a truck drove by her, and from the truck, someone screamed at her, "Go back to Mexico!" And they hit her with a bunch of Taco Bell tacos. Yeah, it's messed up. It's messed up that this ugly, ignorant thing happened to my baby sister on the street that she lives on, no less, and all that is made even worse by the fact that I laughed my ass off when she told me about it later on. If you're a shit older brother, that is, that's fantastic. That's the funniest thing anyone has ever said to me while picking lettuce out of their hoodie. Now, I know it seems inappropriate that I'm laughing at what was clearly a racist act, but the act committed was racist towards Mexican folk. And my sister's Samoan, so... That's a victimless crime, is it not? No Mexicans were harmed in the throwing of this Taco Bell. There's not a one in the story. There's my Samoan sister, a truck full of white trash, and that's it. Okay, you can maybe argue that a Mexican might have made the Taco Bell in the first place, but if you're making that assumption, you're being more racially inappropriate than I am for laughing at this. And there's no logic to that, because the Taco Bell was purchased with the intent of throwing it at a Mexican person. And if that's the case, you don't have to go driving around Gresham looking for my sister. Just toss that shit right back in the window you got it out of. It was one-stop racist shopping. My dad wasn't as amused by this story as me and all of you are, clearly. He thought I should have did more. He thought I should have looked for him. He's yelling at me. He's like, you didn't do anything? And I asked, does laughing count? And he said no, which I found to be offensive because that's underestimating the amount of effort I put into my laughter. In this particular instance, I was on my back kicking my legs like a happy dog for a good 45 seconds. Calories were burned. That's not all I did, though. Once I got up, I asked my sister if she'd save me any of the Taco Bell tacos. Which may not be valiant defense of my family's honor, but you have to admit, had my sister been as focused as I always am on taco consumption, would have made for a glorious moment of defiance. She's walking down the street, the truck goes by, they scream, go back to Mexico at her, they hit her with the tacos. She snatches one out of midair before it drops to the ground, turns back to the truck and screams in return, fuck you, your racism's delicious. Nom, 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 nom. Next time, throw me some fire sauce, bitch. Viva la raza. She mic drops the wrapper and it floats to the ground. Well, Gresham's windy, so it would have whipped. You guys understand the concept of what I'm trying to tell you, right? I thought all of this was so funny that to this very day, what I'm telling you now is 100% true. To this day, if I'm in a vehicle and I have food on my person and I see my sister walking down the streets, that laugh you got is because anticipation made you feel good. And I need you to know what you just experienced is but a mere inkling of the pure, unbridled joy I have coursing through all of my being. When I'm ducked down low in the passenger seat of a car, creeping 5 mpHs on my baby sis. I'm holding a medium Burger King French fry, cocked back, ready to fire. What I'm about to do makes no sense, by the way. I'm throwing French fries at a Samoan girl so I can tell her to go back to Mexico. It is still the time of my life. My favorite of the many times that I've done this is when she was with my cousin Tuna, because Tuna doesn't know I have this hobby. So we roll up on him, I hit him with the French fries, I scream, go back to Mexico. Euphoria takes over my body as we're pulling away. But my cousin, not knowing it's me in the car, yells back after us, we're not Mexican, we're Samoans. Accurate. But I just poke my head back out of the car and go, I know, Tuna. My dad is your mom's brother. I'm aware of your genetic situation. I'll see you at the family picnic this summer. In the meantime, can I have my French fries back, please? You guys have been an amazing audience. Thank you very much.
Adam Pasi, everybody. Isn't he great? I think I just might have him be a guest on Doug Loves Movies here next time. Yeah, it's all your fault.